Hey guys, it's your girl Rouis, and I am back with another video. Well, it's my first video that I'm ever posting on this channel. I've made a lot of attempts of videos, but never really came across actually posting it. So I'm actually posting this one, so you guys are actually gonna get content. Finally, thank the Lord above, I'm actually able to make a video today, and I'm gonna post it. So today I decided to do a Q&A, okay? Because I feel like a Q&A is a good startup video to just allow you guys to know who you're going to be watching and who I am a bit more, because I don't want you guys to watch me just to watch me. I want you guys to know who I am and watch me because you genuinely mess with me as an individual, because I watch people because I genuinely mess with them as individuals. So yes, I want to do a Q&A so you guys can, you know, get a little bit of insight on what I think about situations and how my life is. And if you guys stick around to watch, let me know. Like, guys, make sure you guys comment down below so I know you guys watch this video and I'm not talking to 0 people. But yeah, guys, I'm gonna start off with the Q&A. So we're gonna start it off. Hey, I know you guys are excited to see it. I'm very excited to film my first YouTube video. I've always wanted to do this since a child, since I was a little baby. Like, since I came out the womb, I said, wow, YouTube. That's what I said. I said that since I was a little baby. Okay, guys. So now that I get to actually do it, guys, you guys are not gonna get enough of me. I'm gonna be all over your YouTube. Alrighty, so the first question I got is, what advice would you give to younger people? And the advice I would give to younger people, for boys and girls in high school, and actually for all age groups, this can go for everybody. Don't ever try to seek approval or worth in anybody. Don't ever try to do that. Don't ever try to change yourself, change who you are.
Be who you are.
Be your authentic self, all right? You don't have to change who you are. And instead of trying to fit in with a crowd that was, you know, never meant for you, look for people that you can fit in with, all right? Pray for people that you can fit in with. And the fact is, a lot of people try to seek approval from others and they try to seek things from others, but the thing is, the reality is that people will fail you. You know, your friends will fail you, your family will fail you, you know, the people around you will fail you, but one person that will never ever fail, he will never fail, is the Lord, is Jesus Christ. He will never fail you. So instead of trying to seek approval in men, you know, walk in true purpose and meaning with the Lord, and don't ever try to change yourself whatsoever, because the way you are is beautiful. All right, guys, that's the advice I will give to younger people and to anybody else that needed to hear that. So the second question is, what does your faith mean to you personally? And I would say my faith is everything to me. It's the reason why I keep going and I don't give up today. And the reason why is, if you read Ecclesiastes, in chapter 1, verse 1, it literally says, meaningless, utterly meaningless, everything is meaningless, all right? And the backstory of this is, Solomon had tried to seek purpose and meaning in external things other than God, and he come to realize that everything was meaningless. He seek things in external things, in his wealth, in worldly pleasures, in women, in a lot of things, but he still was not satisfied, even though he had it all. Even though to the human eye right now, he had everything that, you know, he wanted. He didn't have everything he needed. So he realized that the sun comes up and the sun goes down and everything keeps going in a cycle, but you will never ever live a life that you feel satisfied with without the Lord. And I come to realize that. I come to realize, like, you continuously have a void that will never be filled. But internally, if you fill it with the Lord, then you will be fulfilled in life and you will live in fulfillment. It says in Jeremiah 29 verse 11, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future." Okay, so the Lord, you know, knew you before you were even conceived in your mother's womb. He knew your purpose and who you were gonna be and what purpose you were gonna walk into. So the fact is, only the Lord knows who we are truly meant to be. And I would say your faith turns into something that is, is real when you experience things and when you encounter things with the Lord. So my experiences and my encounters with the Lord has come to me knowing that the Lord is real, and I have faith that the Lord will provide, the Lord will pull through in situations where I'm struggling. I have faith. Amen. So that was my answer to question 2. The third question is, what is your views on racism in today's society? Me personally, I truly believe that the concept of racism and discrimination against people's skin color is very stupid to me. It actually shows the effect on harmful stereotypes in today's society and how it can affect, it can affect everybody and everything. So thinking that there is actually one perfect race in a world full of so much diverse cultures and traditions and backgrounds is very stupid to me, because I believe that we should actually be embracing our cultures and our traditions, and instead of, looking down upon or degrading one another. So yeah, I think it's very stupid. And I also believe that pride plays a role in, in racism. It plays a role in the fact that people that have pride believe that they are superior. All right. And that could play a role in racism, for them believing that they are superior than other races. And the fact is, racism will always be around, but all we can do is pray as believers and followers of Christ. That's all we can do, and share the love of Christ to the people around. Because I truly believe the only way to rid certain things that are corrupting the world right now is the love of Christ and Jesus. Jesus saves. So, he takes people out of the mindset of pridefulness, and he removes that from them. And as he removes that, he will take away the fact that, they think they're superior, they think that they're better, they think that they're a perfect race, and he will transform them. So the next question is, what situation were you in that made you realize a lot about friendship and people? And I would say I wasn't in a certain situation. It kind of just happened naturally. And it's a thing where, as I try to grow closer to Christ, everything of the world started to, I started to walk away from. And, I would say I had worldly friends. I had friends that were partaking in certain things. I used to party, I used to drink, I used to smoke, I used to do all that. So, yes, as I grew with Christ, I kind of started walking away from that lifestyle. And I realized that as I started walking away from that lifestyle, that the friends I had started to, drift away as well. And it's a thing where I had to realize that some friends are meant for you in a certain season, either to teach you something or either to comfort you in what you are going through. If what you're doing is not aligning with what your friends are doing, then sometimes it's just best to distance yourself in order for you to grow and not allow anything to pull you back. And I would say it was not easy whatsoever. It was very hard, because that's all I knew. That was my friends. I was like, who else am I gonna have if I leave these people behind? But I'd rather have no friends than, people that are going to pull me further away from where I'm trying to go. And, it's all love. It's all love to them. It's no hate at all. But 100% based on your circumstances and based on what you are doing, you make friends based on that. And as you just grow away from that, you start to realize that, they weren't truly there based on our actual friendship, but it was built on, your situations and how you were relating to them in that certain moment. So, that's how I come to grow and realize about friendships. That's my answer. The next question is there any countries that you want to visit next year and why? And yeah, it's crazy that you asked that, because I actually want to travel Europe. And I would love to travel Europe because it's very diverse in culture, and it's it's not that hard to get around. It's not hard to travel Europe, so that would be a beautiful place to travel. And with me, since I was young, I always wanted to travel. I always had a desire to travel, a desire to get out of this place and see the world, because there is so much diverse culture and, you know, traditions around the world, and I want to, you know, see that for myself. And I would just love to do that. So I really want to travel and experience that. You know, you could be the person looking at that picture, or you can become the person that's in that picture. So I want to be the person that's actually in that picture. So, you know, I'm not looking behind a screen. So I actually want to, you know, take initiative and actually go and do what I really want to do, which is travel and see the beautiful, beautiful, beautiful creation of what the Lord has created. So the Lord has created so much that how can I not see the creation? How can I not travel, you know? So yeah, that's my answer to the question. The next question is, do you like life out of high school better than when you were in high school? And for this question, I actually believe that high school is very essential for many actual reasons. And one of the reasons is it's the basis of us learning and growing in education. And another reason, it actually prepares a lot of the young youth for workforce, and, you know, it gives us good communication skills, and overall, like, we need high school for that. But one thing I disagree with high school is, I believe that it should stop at year 10. I don't think that year 11 and year 12 is very much needed. I feel like in those years, we should already be doing what we want to do and preparing ourselves for actual workforce. And I also believe that they should encourage learning that suits student needs and what they want to do in the future, and also prepare students for their career pathways and do things that they love. And that's my answer to that question. Next question is, someone asks, what's my favorite book in the Bible? And there's a lot to decide from, and it's pretty hard, but I would say Job, because it really showed how much of a dedicated and devoted disciple he was. And it opened my eyes to a lot, because Job lost a lot. Like, he lost his family, he lost his friends, he lost his wealth. He literally got stripped of everything, you know, but he continued to serve the Lord through it all. He continued to proclaim the goodness of God through it all. And the fact is, we need to ask ourselves, if we were stripped from everything, we will still believe, you know? It also shows that God doesn't deliver us from suffering, he delivers us through suffering. Job had to go through the things he went to realize that he had hidden pride deep within him, even though he was such a devoted follower of Christ. And sometimes we need to go through testing of our faith, not just to see if we can stand strong in the storm, but to realize that there's things that are hidden deep within us that we need to remove in order for us to grow with Christ. And that's my answer to that question. All right, so the last question is, what advice would you give to someone that's trying to start content creating? And one thing I would say, you need to have thick skin, okay? And also not care about what people have to say and the negative things that people are gonna say, because I feel like negative comments tend to blur out the fact that you have positive comments, even though the positive comments are 10 times as more as the negative comments you're getting, you know? So you need to remember that there are people that love your content and, you know, that love you for who you are. So don't ever change yourself to fit what people are trying to say, and be yourself always.
Be who you are.
Never ever change yourself, all right? People that don't love you for who you are, they can go find someone else to watch, but you're gonna get people that actually genuinely mess with you for who you are. And that's what I love, that people actually mess with me for who I am, and I really appreciate it. So yeah, don't change who you are. Keep true to yourself. Remember the reason why you even started in the first place, because there's a reason why you started social media in the first place. You know, remember the message you're trying to get out, and keep that passion you have for it as well. Don't lose that passion, all right? Because as soon as you start doing things because of what people think and stuff, you know, you no longer are moving. You no longer have that passion, that strive. to do it. So yeah, that's what I have to say, and that's my answer to that question. So guys, that was the Q&A for today, and those are a couple questions I wanted to answer. I don't want this video to become too long, so I might do a part 2 of a Q&A. If you guys want me to do a part 2, ask me more questions and I'll answer them 110%. But if you guys like this video, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and share this to a friend, you know, your family, your neighbor,
Your daddy, your mama, your brother, your sister.
get the word around that Rouis is starting a YouTube channel and she's posting consistently, because yeah, I'm being serious this time. I'm actually posting consistently. There's been a lot of times I've been like, you know, but this time I'm serious, okay? Take my word, all right? I'm gonna be on that, okay? I'm gonna give content for you guys all summer long. So guys, thank you guys for watching this YouTube video, and Rouis is out. Bye guys.